Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Strength and Balance. My name is Hannah, and I'm a senior fitness instructor for Stonebridge Community Services. Today, we have a full body strength routine. We're going to do some exercises with our weights, some exercises without. So you will want a set of weights handy, and whatever size feels appropriate today is going to be your correct size. The last 3 exercises of this 8, I will do on the floor. If you don't want to be on the ground, that is no problem. I will show you a seated option for all 3 of those. We'll finish with some balance exercises and then a little bit of a stretch, and we'll be about 40 minutes. You'll need the space to move around comfortably, some kind of support. For the balance part of the class, I always have my hand on the wall here, and that works pretty well for me. And then let's make sure that we have our water handy too, so we can keep hydrated through the class. All right, I think that's everything I had to say. Let's come up to feet. And we will begin. All right, so standing up, nice and tall. We're going to march on the spot. To begin with, let those arms move forwards and backwards, and lift those feet right up off the floor. We're going to pull our shoulders up towards our ears. Relax them down. Lift those shoulders and lower. We pull those shoulders up and down. Let's lift and lower, and again pull our shoulders up and down. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Nice big circles. And let's roll our shoulders forwards. Good. Let's bring those arms out to the side, little circles here. And let's go back in the other direction. Good. We're going to take one hand, we're going to push away from your chest, pull that hand back, and then the other. Push and pull. 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 Good. One hand at a time. Let's take both hands, push and pull back. Push and pull. Push, pull, push, and pull. Let's take one hand up to the ceiling and pull down, up and down, up, down, up and down, up and pull, up and down, and then both hands. Let's push up to the ceiling and pull down, up and down, up and down. Good. Relax your arms. We're going to tap our toes forwards. March with those arms. Good, and let's tap those toes to the sides. Good, let's dig those heels forwards. And heels to the sides. Good, let's take one foot, tap your toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe, heel, toe and heel. Toe, heel, toe and heel. Let's switch to the other foot, tap your toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel. Good. Let's bring those feet together And let's tap our toes, keeping your heels on the floor. And let's wiggle our fingers. Good, we're going to tap our fingers to thumb and tap your heels on the floor. Good, let's tap our toes, both feet at the same time, and we'll circle our wrists. Good, and let's tap our heels and circle our wrists the other way. Good, let's stand with our feet hip width apart, and we're going to circle our hips. Nice big circles. Good, back in the other direction. Excellent. Let's take a nice deep breath. Big inhale. And exhale, lower down. Good. All right, we're going to start with a squat here. We're not going to use any extra weight for our lower body exercises today. We're going to switch up how we stand our feet. So I'm going to stand this way so you can kind of see both my feet. You can see, you're going to be able to see better. I'm going to lift up my left foot and I'm going to step it back just a tiny bit. So now my toes of my left foot kind of in line with the ankle on my right foot. So my feet are staggered a little bit here. This is how I'm going to do my squats. I'm going to stand up nice and tall. I'm going to look forwards. I'm going to inhale, sink into that squat, and exhale to stand up. So nice and slowly on the way down. Breathing out as you stand up. Good. Let's do one more here. And then we're going to switch our feet around. So left foot forward, I'll bring my right foot back a little bit. My toes are in line with my ankle. So we're working one leg a little bit differently to the other. Good, nice deep breaths. Couple more. Last one here. Excellent. Feet together. I want you to have a hand on your balance support here. We're going to work one leg at a time. So I'm going to have a hand on the wall. I'm going to stand on my right leg. I'm going to take my left leg and lift it forwards. And then to the side. And then behind me. Forwards. To the side. Behind. Good. Forwards. To the side. Behind. Forwards. To the side. Behind. So moving nice and slowly. I'm keeping my upper body nice and tall. So I'm really just moving from the hip. Let's go all the way around again. Good. And relax. And let's switch to the other side. So standing on the left foot, I'm going to take my right. I'm going to reach forwards, side, and behind. Good. Forwards, to the side, behind. Excellent. Just lifting as high as you comfortably can. Nice and slowly. And one more time all the way around. Good. Excellent. We're going to work on a lunge next. I'm going to stand at the front of my mat. If you were here on Monday, we worked on lunges and we stepped forwards into our lunge. Today, we're going to step backwards into our lunge. So we're standing up nice and tall. I start with my left leg. I'm going to take a step back, bend that back knee. As I do that, my front knee bends. And then I'm going to step back up. And then I'm going to alternate. So I step back. You might want a hand on something for support here. It can be a little bit challenging on balance, especially if you're going as slowly as I just was. Will go a little bit quicker when we get started here. So we're going to alternate nice and slowly, not too slowly that you overbalance. Use something for balance. We don't want to rush. We want to pay attention to how much we're bending our knees and keeping that comfortable for you. So it could be that your knees feel great and you know they're happy to bend. You're going to take a big knee bend. If you know you might feel that later, you might keep this movement a little bit smaller. Last one coming up, last one on each side. Good. A little bit wobbly again. Grab a drink and then we're going to repeat those three. Alrighty, let's try that squat again. Face this way this time. I'm going to take my left foot, bring my toes back to the level with my ankle. We're going to do a few here. Inhale as you sink down. Exhale to stand. The weight in your heels. Keep that chest nice and tall. Last one. Good, let's switch our feet around. And let's try this again. Last one. Good. Let's have a hand on that support. Standing on our right leg, we're going to do those left leg lifts. Going to lift my leg forwards, to the side, and behind. I like to do this one slowly, especially thinking about being slow as you lower that foot back down. So we're in control on the raise and on the lower. Good, let's switch to the other side. Standing on the left foot, here we go. Good, nice deep breaths. Good, and we go all the way around one more time. Good, feet on the floor, very good. We're going to practice that lunge one more time here. So we're stepping backwards into that lunge. Make sure you're holding onto something for support if you need to. It can be challenging for balance. We're going to step back, bend that knee, and back to center. Oops, a little wobbly. Keep that chest nice and tall. Very good. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Good, and back to center. Wonderful. We'll do 2 upper body exercises here, and I want you to grab 1 weight. To start with, we're going to do a bicep curl, and I'm going to hold just the 1 weight. So we'll work both hands at the same time, and we're using 1 weight only. So I'm holding my dumbbell at the ends. I'm going to bend at the elbow, lift up, and then slowly lower down. Breathing out as you lift. Nice inhale as you lower. Good, let's do 2 more. Last one. Good, we're going to keep a hold of this weight. And you're going to bring it up to your chest. Holding this 1 weight, we're going to push up to the ceiling. Slowly lower. Breathing out as you push up. Big inhale as you lower down. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. Even though we're just using that 1 weight for both those exercises, especially with the overhead movement, you can really increase the intensity by making the lowering part very slow. So your muscles are kind of under tension for longer if you're just going up and down and up and down. And that's challenging in one way, but that really slow lower makes that lower weight, 1 weight, really challenging. I really felt that in my shoulders. All right, we're going to repeat those. So holding the 1 weight at its ends, we're going to bicep curl. And again, we can think about lowering really slowly. Good, let's do 2 more. Last one. Good. Let's keep hold of the weight. Bring it up to your chest. We're going to push this weight up overhead. Slowly on the way down. Good. Couple more. Last one. Excellent. Pop that weight down. Grab a drink here if you need to. Three more exercises now. 1 is upper body. 2 are more core specific. To be on the floor for these, but I will show you what the seated options are going to be in case you do not want to be on the floor, which is absolutely fine. The first one, you will need a weight. Sorry, just trying to adjust my camera there. The first one, you will need a weight. So you will be in your chair. Holding your one weight. You're going to hold it here at your chest and you're going to push it out and away from you. And then slowly back. Out and in. Out and in. So chest press is your first exercise. The second, the next two, we don't need a weight. The second one, you're going to do a pelvic tilt. So you're going to exhale, push your tailbone, push your bum out behind you. Inhale, tuck that tailbone under. So you're rotating, kind of rocking your pelvis, push out. And tuck under. And this is exercise number 2, a pelvic tilt, and you are seated for your pelvic tilt. Exercise number 3 is the dead bug. I'm going to stretch out one leg and my opposite arm. I'm going to lift and lower, and then I'll switch to the other side and I'll lift and lower. I'm sitting up nice and tall. Space between my back and the back of the chair. Good, and that will be number 3. All right, I'm going to come down to the floor. So I'm going to step 1 foot forward, bend my knee. I'm going to lower that back knee, hinge forward, hands on the ground. We're on hands and knees. Come over to your side. And then I'm going to come down to my back. I'm going to bring this weight with me. All right, so let's get ready for that chest press. I'm going to hold this one weight here at my chest. If you're seated, you're holding that weight at your chest and you're pushing it straight out in front of you. I'm going to obviously push this weight up to the ceiling. Ready? Here we go. Breathing out, push the weight away. Breathing in as we come back in. Good, once more. Excellent. And let's pop that weight down and try not to hurt yourself with it. We can do our bridge lift. If you're seated, you're going to do your pelvic tilt. If you're on the floor, you're laying like this, feet flat on the floor, knees bent. We're going to push down with our feet, lift our hips, and then slowly down to the floor again. Breathe out as you lift up. Breathe in as you lower down. Good. Let's do 2 more. The last one. Good, excellent. One more here now. I'm going to reach my arms up in the air. Keep those knees bent, but keep feet off the floor. So we're doing that dead bug. You can do that from seated as well. You're reaching one leg and the opposite hand up and then down to the floor, and then you switch. And kind of the opposite here. If we're on the floor, we're starting with arms and legs up, and we're going to reach down to the ground and up. Hand and opposite foot. Nice deep breaths. Moving slowly. Good, excellent. One more each side. Good, and relax here. We're going to repeat all 3 of those exercises. So that chest press is first, you're going to pick up your weight. If you're seated, you're holding it at your chest and pushing out in front of you. If you are on the floor, you're going to hold the weight above your chest and push up to the ceiling. Here we go. Breathe out as you push up. Breathe in as you come back down. Good, 2 more here. Last one. Good, and let's relax this weight. 2 more to go. Bridge lift is next if you're on the floor, pelvic tilt if you are on your chair. So my knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. I'm going to take a deep breath in and then exhale as I lift my hips. Inhale as I slowly lower down. Good, moving nice and slowly. We'll do 2 more. The last one. Good. All right, one more exercise to do here. I'm going to lift my feet up, knees bent, feet off the floor, arms up to the ceiling. We're doing that dead bug on the chair. You're going to lift one leg, opposite arm, lower down, and then alternate. From here, I'm going to lower arm and leg back to center. Good, couple more. Once more each side. Good, and relax those feet to the floor. Good. We're going to come up to feet. If you're on the ground, we're going to do this slowly. So been down for a while. Feet to one side. Let's roll on to our side. Push yourself up. Slowly. Roll yourself onto hands and knees. 1 foot forward. Up we come. Nice and slowly. Good. Alrighty. We're going to work on our balance now. Have a drink if you want to. We're going to stand with 1 foot in front of the other. Sorry, ponytail came out while I was. There we go. We're going to stand with 1 foot in front of the other. We're going to make sure that we're close to our support furniture. Now I'm trying to stand heel to toe. And it might be that you have to take this front foot out to the side or forwards a little bit for some more stability. We really want to think about our feet being nice and relaxed. Toes spread out, knees nice and soft, standing up tall. Good. Trying to be nice and relaxed in this position. Let's take our arms out to the side and we're going to reach one hand forward, one hand backwards. And let's go the other way. Let's come back to center and relax those arms. We're going to switch our feet around. Take a moment to adjust so your weight is even here. Let's bring those arms out to the side. We're going to aeroplane our arms. One arm up, one arm down. Good, nice and slowly. Good, and let's relax those arms. We're going to take the back foot here, and I want you to step it forwards and then backwards. So we're working on that tightrope walk, but just one foot at a time. Forwards and back. We're trying to keep in that heel to toe position as much as we can. Trying to not look at your feet too much, although I confess that I am cheating and looking at myself in the camera. Good, and let's switch our feet around. So that front foot, we're going to step back and forwards. Nice and slow. Good, couple more. Oops, excellent. Let's hold our arms up in a Y shape. I'm going to stand on my left foot and raise the right, and I'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto the right foot, raise the left, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Feet on the floor. Excellent. Let's stand with a space between our feet. We're going to shift our weight from the front foot to the back foot. And we're lifting up through our heels and our toes, but we're otherwise keeping our feet on the ground. We're going to take one hand at a time and we're going to reach forwards. Once more each side. Good, let's take both hands. Oh no, sorry, I don't want to take both hands. I want to relax my hands. That's when we switch our feet around. We always do this the same way. Let's lift our feet and step from one foot to the other. Good. And now as you step onto the front foot, raise the back. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Onto the back foot, raise the front. 3, 2, 1. Now we'll switch our feet around. And keeping feet on the floor to begin with, shifting our weight forwards and backwards. Good, let's take both hands and we're going to push away from our body. Whoops. It's tricky to keep your balance, which is the point. Good, we're going to relax our arms and step from one foot to the other. Good, onto the front foot for 3, 2, and 1, then onto the back foot. 3, 2, 1, feet on the floor. Very good. Let's do a little bit on one foot here. I'm going to stand on my right foot and I'm going to tuck my left heel forwards. And I'm going to look up and ahead. I'm going to find something that isn't moving and focus my eyes there. And now I'm going to take my left heel up off the floor, just a tiny bit. Let's take one hand forwards. Nice and relaxed on that foot that isn't moving. The one that's on the floor, I should say. And if you can, let's take that second hand up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's shift the feet around and step on the left foot, tuck that right heel forwards. Look up and ahead, focus your eyes, and let's lift this heel. Reach one hand forward. Take the other hand up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Wonderful. Let's stand close to that support still, and we're going to stand on our right foot. I'm going to raise my left hand and my left knee. So my foot comes off the floor. I'm reaching right up to the ceiling with my hand, and I'm going to reach my knee just as high as I comfortably can. And then I'm thinking about placing that foot really slowly back down on the floor, so I'm in control on the way up and on the way down. Good. And let's do one more. Excellent. Switch to the other side. Stand on your left foot. Let's raise the right. Good. Nice and slowly, especially as you place that foot down. Let's do this one more time. Good. Place that foot on the ground. Excellent. Time for us to stretch. I'm going to take my left hand forwards, then reach across my body. I'll use my right hand just to hold this arm here, hold it in place. Good. Let's relax that arm and let's switch. Reach one hand forward across your body and hold. Good, relax that arm. Let's take that left hand up to the ceiling, bend at the elbow, hand behind your back. Let's take the right hand and we're just going to hold the elbow. And then we're going to hinge at the hip over towards the right. So you can feel nice big stretch. Pull down the right side of your body. Sorry, down the left side of your body. Good, back to center. Let's relax, arms here and switch. Right hand to the ceiling. Bend at the elbow, hand behind your back. Hold and hinge. Good, back to center and relax. We're going to have a seat. So sitting in the front of my chair, I'm going to stretch one leg forward, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling, and then hinge forward at the hip. So I feel a nice stretch in the back of my leg here. Good, let's sit up, switch to the other side, stretch that leg out, hinge forward. Feel that nice big stretch in the back of your leg. Good, let's sit up. We're going to sit right back in our chair, pull one knee in, and let's circle this ankle. Good, back in the other direction. Good, we're going to point our toe, and then lift, point, and lift. Toes to the left, and the right, left, and right. Good, place this foot down. Switch to the other side, I'm going to pull my knee in, circle this ankle. Good, back in the other direction. Good, let's point that toe, and lift, point, and lift. Toes to the left, and the right, left, and right. Good, place that foot on the floor. Let's stand up. We're going to reach our arms behind us, reach to the back of the room. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, wrap those arms around you. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze, a pat on the back. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Once again, there is no class on Monday. It is Thanksgiving. So I hope you have a great weekend and enjoy all the festive food. And I will see you in a week. So next Wednesday.
Thank you. We're off to the fair.
Oh, very nice. It was fair day here yesterday for the kids, so they were off, but we did not go because it poured with rain. And
yes, unfortunate this year.
Did not feel like doing the fair in the rain, so I don't know if we'll get there, but that's okay. Enjoy. Eat all the things. That's my favorite part.
Okay, bye.